impossível dormir. Descendo a consolação, tocou fundo no meu coração. Na República é preciso ficar atento, e de fato algo acontece na Ipiranga com a São João. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Sem esquecer de Mariana, lá pra outra tua pé. Itaquera, Barra Funda, você já sabe como é. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Sem esquecer de Mariana, lá pra outra tua pé. Itaquera, Barra Funda, você já sabe como é. Samba, samba, samba. Samba, samba, samba. O carnaval é sem igual, eu boto o bloco na rua, os rostos corados de sol e a alegria desnuda, mas não se iluda, São Paulo não perdoa, já é segunda e ninguém fica à toa. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Sem esquecer de Mariana, lá pra outra tua pé. Itaquera, Barra Funda, você já sabe como é. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Sem esquecer de Mariana, lá pra outra tua pé. Itaquera, Barra Funda, você já sabe como é. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. Alô, alô, São Paulo, São Paulo. E quanto mais te conheço, mais eu te amo. E quanto mais te conheço, mais eu te amo. E quanto mais te conheço, mais eu te amo. Alô, alô, São Paulo.
Espero que todos estejam tendo um ótimo dia. Bem-vindos ao Brasil. I hope you all are having a great day and welcome to Cuneco. I'm Fernando. I'm the ecosystem lead for Brazil for C Labs, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit about Brazil here. So, for those who are tuning in, we are exploring how innovating on money can create social and environmental impact at this Cuneco, Celo's community conference. Cuneco is a space to foster togetherness in the Celo community, and we are so happy that you are here with us. So, a little bit about Brazil, right? It's the country I live in, it's the country I love. And one thing that lots of people don't know about Brazil is that we do have actually one of the highest rates for digital banking inclusion in the emerging markets. And this is surprising, right? But the fact is that in the 80s and the 90s, we had rampant inflation here in Brazil, and the banks didn't have any option other than to innovate or die. So banking infrastructure here in Brazil became digital very early on, right? So this makes it very common for us here in Brazil to be dealing with online banking and banking apps, and now even a countrywide instant online paying system directed by the central bank itself, PIX. But what is still a challenge is the price at which this comes, right? So financial services are maybe accessible from a technological point of view or from you being able to open your accounts here, but they are still expensive. And we are seeing with the whole pandemic what that has going on and the chaos that we have been seeing in the economy and the politics here in Brazil, there is a real threat of inflation in the country. And if this comes to be true, and we are already feeling that, right, we will need new forms of saving and managing our money. So Marek has already shown you a little bit about impact market, and it will come on later on here too. And I would like to share with you another recent initiative here in Brazil, a donation campaign with the local exchange Flow BTC. How this worked is that people had to nominate initiatives, projects, NGOs that were either in the category for social impact or the category for managing the climate crisis, fighting the climate crisis, right? And we had over 700 posts all over social media that nominated over 140 institutions or initiatives in total. And out of these 140 initiatives, 6 were chosen. We had 2 panels of judges, one for the social impact side of things and the other for the climate side of things, right? And those judges selected 3 on each side. And we're very happy that this has happened at the beginning of this month. And we're looking forward to see how these initiatives will use the Celo dollars that they have received, right, to foster social impact and to foster other environmental initiatives. And you have seen 3 things about Brazil so far in this presentation. In the first slide, you see that beautiful picture of the landscape of Rio de Janeiro, world famous. And I have to confess, the first time I've been to Rio de Janeiro, it was a revelation for me too, right? I thought that everything about Rio was a little bit exaggerated, but it's true, a magical city, right? A cidade maravilhosa. Then we have seen Vitor's video about São Paulo, which is the city I live in, and we call it Sampa for short, right? And it shows lots of places that are not very far from where I live. I live pretty central here, right? And in my background here, you can see a picture of a place that I discovered just shortly before the pandemic. And I loved it because it's a clear water mountain stream, not far from São Paulo again. When you go to the coast, you go down the mountains, and going down the mountains, you still have a little bit of the Atlantic forest, and this stream is there. And I went there, the water was cold, the day was hot, so that's not too bad. And I was able to see a lot of life there, and very close to the city of São Sebastião, which was a surprise to me, a very positive surprise. So I hope you enjoyed those splashes of Brazil, right? And now we do have a special announcement with the DeFi Alliance, and I'm very happy to say that Sochi will be meeting you after the next slide.